Imagine this. You're curled up in a beautiful library surrounded by shelves and shelves of books. The world falls away as you sink into your favorite story. And even though there's a slight chill in the air as the autumn winds swirl into winter, you're warm and cozy, wrapped in your very own book-inspired shawl. This is Erudition by Mackenzie Alvarez. The name itself means deep, thoughtful learning, the kind of wisdom that comes from years and years of reading, reflecting, and dreaming. Raise your hand if you love books as much as I do. I admit I am a little bit obsessed, as you can tell by my bookshelf. Oh, and stay tuned to the end because I am going to be giving you a list of some of my favorite recent books that I think you will love, and I really want to hear about your recent favorite ones too. Erudition is worked from the center out in a rectangular shape with pointy ends. You're going to begin by working here in the center in the round until you achieve the desired width, and then you work towards the end. And you have the creative freedom of working each color on each side since the sides mirror each other, or you can work one side to completion and then come back and work the other side. And check this out. We have something new for you. We have partnered with Chad Lewis, the inventor of row maps, who is including a free complete row map of this entire pattern for you when you download it. Chad is a knitting instructor at a cancer center in Toronto, and he invented row maps as a way to assist knitters and crocheters experiencing the unique cognitive challenges due to chemotherapy. A row map is a printable checklist that accompanies knitting and crocheting patterns, which really just simplifies the process and clarifies the pattern for you so you can just go along and check each row off as you work it. And I'm going to show you here in a second how easy it is to use. You can head on over to expressionfiberarts.com to get the pattern and the yarn, and while you're there, be sure to sign up for email and for text updates for weekly free knit and crochet packs. To help ward off the chill, we have knit this in our beautiful hand-dyed Crema Worsted yarn. It's super silky soft, really delicious on your skin, and it resists pilling. It has a stunning sheen and a drape from the silk and beautiful bounce and structure from the Superwash Merino Wool. And the color palette is called Dark Academia Hues, which I just love so much. It's moody, it's sultry, it's mysterious, and it's intellectual. Perfect for those times when you just want to cozy up in a corner with a beloved book. I am going to be giving away a full set of this Dark Academia Hues. If you would love to enter, just make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel and comment the word book below. Here is the Erudition row map, and you can see it looks like this beautiful printable checklist. You're going to start here with your colors, so color 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Write out which colors those are for you, and then you just walk through one line at a time. You begin here with color 1, and you're going to work your cast on, which is 8 stitches, and when you've done that, you check it off, and you continue on round by round, showing your color here, your section that you're on, your round, as well as the stitch count. So as you work each round and each row, you check it off. So if I were going to use this pale blue color for color 1, I would go ahead and write that in. You can call it whatever you like, just whatever helps you keep track of it. To get started, I know I need to use color 1 and cast on 8 stitches. So let's go ahead and do that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Once I've done that, go ahead and just check that off. So satisfying. I did want to mention real quick, I have divided my stitches because I'm going to be doing the magic loop method since we're working in the round. You can use double pointed needles if you want, but if you want more of an in-depth tutorial on the magic loop method, check out our video on Rainier. To begin our setup round 1, I'm going to use color 1 and we're going to go ahead and jump in, which is knit to the end. So this is a nice easy row to get started, or round I should say. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing magic loop, so I've got to do a little swoopy swoop. I do love the magic loop because you can basically knit any circumference just using the same circular needles. But like I said, if you like double points, feel free to use those instead. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Setup round 1 is done. Check. onwards. Now we're on to round 1. I can see I still need to use color 1 and then work round 1, which begins with a knit 1. And you're going to need some stitch markers for this round. Go ahead and place a stitch marker. Then we're going to knit 1 front, back, and front. Knit 1 into the front, swing around, also knit that stitch into the back, swing around and also knit that stitch into the front. Then we're going to place another stitch marker, and you're going to continue repeating that around. Knit 1, place a stitch marker, knit 1 front, back, and front. It says to place another stitch marker, but this is sort of the end of my little needle, so don't necessarily need to do that. Do my swoop-de-swoop because I'm doing magic loop. I do love stitch markers. I was just listing some new ones on the site, and they're just so beautiful because they're like jewelry for your knitting, so your knitting feels very fancy. So you would have a stitch marker there if you want to put one, but it's easy to see. So I'm not going to put one here. So you continue on, knit 1, place a stitch marker, knit 1 front, back, and front, place a stitch marker, knit 1, place your stitch marker. It's a lot of beautiful little stitch markers. Knit 1 front, back, and front. When you're done with round 1 and you have your beautiful little jeweled cluster, we can go ahead here, round 1, and check that off. Done. Then you would just continue on working each round. You can see the color you're supposed to be using, the round you're working, and then at the end of the section you've got your stitch count. So it just really helps to simplify a pattern, and there's just something so satisfying about checking these lines off. I hope this stunning shawl is a handsome, beloved companion for your quiet moments. You know those times when the world just seems a little bit too loud and you just want to cozy up and find that inner sanctuary, that stillness and peace that can only be found in a delicious book. And now, as promised, here are some of my favorite recent reads. Up first is The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, and the title really says it all. This book talks about surrender and acceptance and stoicism, all of which I love so much. It really helps to take you from a place of trying to over-control everything to finding the balance in allowing, and I think that's really important and really beautiful. Next up, I recently finished Your To Die For Life by Karen Salmonson. This was a really unique book. She actually guides you through creating your own eulogy, which might sound a little bit morbid, but I think it's really important to get clear on your values in life, who you want to become, and the impact that you want to leave on the planet. And then recently, I was at a bookstore in Greenville, South Carolina, and the lady that was checking me out told me that she is an author, and she recommended that I read Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott. So I snatched it right up, plowed through. It was so good. If you are at all interested in writing, I really recommend that you read this. I had so many aha moments, like, oh, I'm not the only one who feels this way. She's funny, she's clever, she's witty. It was a really enjoyable read. All right, my beautiful friend, be sure to share your most recent reads or your favorite books of all time. You know, I'm always looking for more books to read. I hope you have a marvelous week. Find some time to cozy up with your favorite book, your knitting, and I will see you back next week with another new design. Bye for now.